Boom! Tuesday evening. Welcome along. Great to see you all. Can't see you, but you're there. I can see me. Not exactly what I would want to be looking at on Tuesday night, but it's what you're looking at on Tuesday night, so there you go. Welcome along. I'm Richard Moores, Children's Youth and Families Pastor for Southside Uniting Church. And we meet on land that the Yagara and the Turrbal people have cared for. So we pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging. Sorry, I was just reminding myself of one of the things I wanted to grab at Tarragindi this afternoon that I didn't. So I have to make sure, have a look if the song is up in the books up there. Welcome along. So every Tuesday we talk about things to do with children's, youth and families ministry and ministry in general. And every week we have a movie quote. So it's movie quote time. Forget. Kylie got it last week. I don't think you got your Freddo Frog, Kylie, so I'll have to give it to you when I come out. So this week, the quote is, I have a bad feeling about this. What movie does that come from? Or is particularly known for being in? There you go. It's famously, you see this movie, this quote in the movie. So, I've got a bad feeling about this. What movie is? I was wondering why I was looking yellow, but it's because I've got my blue shirt on, and blue makes me go yellow for some reason. I'm distracted again, aren't I? So, bad feeling about this. So I thought I'd just talk, and we might have a quick one today, who knows, about the little things. So often we think that we need to do these really great, huge, big things to engage with young people. We need to do something spectacular. If it's not something huge and amazing, then it's probably going to fail or whatever. We think we need to do it all, blow young people away. But it's actually the little things that we do. And so we get scared that we can't be involved because I can't do the big stuff. I can't run around. I can't do all these sort of things. I can't come up with new creative ideas. I can't whatever. I'm no good. Can't be involved. But it's really the little things that matter. So sort of brought to my mind over the weekend. So there's some young people at Tarragindi. Rod, you're here. Running joke. Rod, if you didn't hear the movie quote is, I've got a bad feeling about this. So there you go. Okay, so there's some young people, high schoolers at Tarragindi, and by the time I got to Tarragindi, they had no youth group there, and the young people had connected in with other youth groups, and that was fine. I'm one of those people of like, if you're going somewhere, that's good. Love to come to our church, don't get me wrong. Love you here, but if you're going somewhere, I'm not going to complain. And so try to just keep a connection with them. Particularly we tried doing some Sunday school stuff with them once a month, back before Southside. I won't say the C word. And so tried to do things, but you sort of get how strong is the connection. Some of them have just gone through Year 12, and so for the ones that I knew that was doing Year 12, and if there's someone I missed, sorry, I didn't know they were doing Year 12, just bought some snacks and put them in a bag for them and a card, just encouraging them that we were praying for them. And I was talking to one of their parents on Sunday, and I guess from past experience and stuff like that, I get a bit nervy about those kids that connect elsewhere, and are the parents going to sit there and go, well, you didn't do anything from our young people, you didn't connect with my young person. And it was interesting for them to say, well, thank you so much for the snack that their son, it was sitting on their desk, and they'd go in and like, no, Mum, this is my snacks to help me through my study, and that was something meaningful for them. It wasn't anything huge, It was just, I went to Coles and went, I'll get some of those bickies and some of those chockies and some of those. I had some bags in my office, bought a card, boom, bop, bish bash bosh. But that was something meaningful for them. And it was interesting. The mother said, thank you so much, and thank you for all you do for young people in our church. And you should have a big group of, we wish we could give you a big group of children to work with. So it's that important thing of, if we're doing the small things well, we'll keep those connections and, be showing that we care. So it's not a huge thing to go and buy some snacks to give to a Year 12 kid. And being aware that, they're in Year 12, that actually shows that we care in that sense of, hey, I knew enough that I knew you were in Year 12. And so I got these things for you. And so how do we do those little things and do them well? I've said before, and if you go to any sort of children's ministry, RI stuff, youth, the first thing they'll tell you is learn their names, that names have great power. Names are important. Names show that we care. If you call someone by name, it's like, you notice me, you know me. You're not just that, I'm not just one of the crowd. You've actually spent enough time to notice who I am and what my name is. Wish I was better at names, because I breathe them out more. Rod may have noticed that there's still some of this Boys Brigade boys that when I'm checking in, it's like, wait for someone to say hi to them. Oh, that's your name, yes. It's probably down to one or two of the boys, but it's still that struggle. And then it's that struggle, as Rod would know, when you've got the two twins, if they're not in their uniform and you don't have the little colour that tells me which person it is, then I'm stuffed. But names are simple, and names are an important part of that ministry. If we are using our young people's names, we're showing that we care. Again, it's the little things. It's not rocket science. I don't need to know everything that they've ever done in their lives. I just need to know their name. And so, yes, people talk about there's various ways of remembering them. You can come up with funny little sayings about them that will remind you of it. I'm just not creative enough in that way to do that sort of thing. But if it works for you, hey. It's always interesting. Sure, I've said before, some people look like their names and some people look like other names. And back in Sydney, we had two friends come along, and one was Mark and one was Luke. The only problem was that Luke looked like a Mark and Mark looked like a Luke. You know how some people just look like... So it was always, you look like Mark. So, hey, Luke, how are you doing? Sad, I know, but it's true. This is what goes on in my little brain. So, learning names. Name tags are helpful because they mean you can look at the name. But yeah, trying to learn names. That's what check-in type stuff. If you struggle with names, do the check-in for the group. Because if you do the check-in, you've got to start to learn the names and you start to associate, oh, that's that person, that's their name. So yeah, there's my advice. If you struggle with names, do the check-in. And it's the joy of you care. We need to check everyone in, stuff like that. Yeah, so tip number 1. We've talked about it the last few weeks. One of the little things, just spend time. Just be present. You don't have to have the answers. You don't have to have a big plan. You just need to be present with the young people and just hang with them. Chill. Just be there to do what they want to do or what they need to do. The whole wonder of that. We all need that sense of people to be with us and to just find out about us. So spend time asking, how are you going? What's going on in the week? just hearing their stories. We've talked about that in mentoring. It's true in anything. We've talked about it before, just have those young people that you connect with in the church and that you talk to on a somewhat regular basis on a Sunday. How are you doing? What happened this week? How's it been going? And if you do that regularly and you become aware of things they're doing, ask about how those things have gone. Oh, you play soccer? How was soccer yesterday? And if you can just get a couple of little things, that says a whole heap. Because again, you're showing that young person that you've actually spent time getting to know who they are and what they do. You've got their name, and you've got some things that are important to them. You know, if they're playing soccer every week, it's probably sort of important to them. It wasn't important to me when I played, but other people, you know, they do it for fun and excitement. So, yeah, again, it's those little things that knowing something about the young person shows that you value them. If you can engage them in that sense. If you're a highly organised person, you know, when you find out those things on Sunday, go home and write them down. Write them on a little card. You know, Richard likes to do cross stitch, likes you to, keeps wearing silly Doctor Who t-shirts, all those sorts of things. And you can keep coming back to them. Oh, today's my day that I'm going to talk to such and such. What? Get out my card. Oh, need to ask them about the school musical that they were going to be in. Boom. That sort of stuff. So it's that finding and getting to know. See what they're doing around the church. Which is another little thing that is really huge that we can do is just acknowledge the things people do. So keep an eye on what's happening and how can you go, hey, I saw you do this, that was really cool. So, you know, you might see leadership in brigades. Hey, saw you doing this. So Jack Bielenberg was doing parade once and like teaching some of the senior boys how to march. And so I said, hey, afterwards, hey, you were doing really well. Really saw how you were explaining that to the guys who hadn't done it before and just going through it. Really well done. So just encourage them. We had our carols on Sunday and I noticed Joe, Malia's son, just as he's singing, it's this huge smile. It's like, you look like you were enjoying yourself. And if you look like you're enjoying yourself, then other people. And so I said to him afterwards, hey, just the way you smiled and looked like you were enjoying yourself, really good work. You know, that's so important. So well done. So take notice of what the young people are doing around you and talk to them about it. You know, compliment them when they're doing something well. It's easy sometimes for young people they only hear when there's negative. And I think one of the struggles in the church in general, we only hear when there's something negative. Someone whinges, oh, such and such is happening. Oh, I don't like that. What about we turn that around and, oh, they only ever talk to us when there's something good, when they want to say something nice. Okay, it's not going to happen. But, you know, let's take those opportunities when we see something good to say it to people. Hey, you did that. That was really good. Hey, Rod, I really liked how you outsourced all the cooking on Sunday. No, you were very good at working the barbecue. Well done. But yeah, how do we encourage, how do we build up? Yeah, it's not rocket science. It's nothing huge, but it's that little step that goes, hey, I've been noticed. And that's what all these things are. It's about how do we show our young people that we've noticed them. That they're not just a number in our group, because that can be the danger of ministry. You know, we come in with that sense of we want to have a youth ministry because we need to have young people who will go into the church. And so in that sense, they just become a number. They're the next number that's going to come into the church and fill up the pews. We just want more bums on seats on Sunday. And so we need to take the young people through so they'll be bums on seats in the future. As you're hopefully not sick of hearing me saying, but know I'm going to say, Our ministry is about how are we building young people for a lifelong faith. And to do that, we need to help them to know that they are special and they are loved for themselves. They're not just a number. They are special to us. And so we need to help them to know that you are loved, you are cared for, you are important to us as Southside Uniting Church, or wherever you are. So these little things are big things. As we build these little things, then young people will be connected to our church. This struggle can be if that's all coming through one or two people. Then, those connections, where is the connection to the wider church? These little things need to be coming through a plethora of people from the church. I guess the struggle at Belmont when I left was that it was a highly relational group, but if you take Kylie and me out, some of the other leaders had moved on. There was a leadership change. Yes, there was still a few to hold on and share that relational, but if you didn't have more people through the church, then some of those young people will start to fall away or reconnect elsewhere. So we need lots of people in the church to be connecting with our young people and doing these little things. Lots of little things from lots of different people will help to make a whole big change and a whole big difference. As we probably said last week, or as we've said a number of times, it takes a church to raise a young person. It cannot just be that one or two people. It's not just the youth worker, it's not just the mentor. It's a whole bunch of people going, we are going to invest in these young people, which is a huge culture shift. How are we changing that sense for, morning tea is our opportunity to be doing ministry with young people. Yes, okay, sometimes we want to talk with our friends, that's lovely, but, and again, it doesn't have to be every week, but what if once a month, every one of our people in our church said, once a month I'm going to connect with a young person over morning tea. And it doesn't have to be the whole morning tea. You probably don't want it to be the young person may not want to chat with you for the whole morning tea, but just 5 minutes, once a month, I'm going to invest into a young person's life. And start to get to know them. And you might start to get to know someone and go, don't know, I'll try one of the other young people. And discover, hey, that's someone I connect with. Don't care. Doesn't matter. We just need to be doing these little things. If we're doing it over and over, there's a whole bunch of us doing this, then momentum will start to go and we'll see our young people connecting in strongly with Southside. And again, we do this not so that they connect in with Southside. So I keep wanting to edit myself when I say things. Again, this is not about, hey, we're doing all this so our young people will connect in with Southside. Yes, we definitely want them to do that. And we want them to do that because we hope that this is a place where they can grow in their faith. Not because this is an institution that we want to keep going. But hey, this is a place where we can continue to help to nurture your growth and to grow faith and to grow your faith. And so please stay here so that we can walk alongside you in that journey. If you go off to somewhere else, they'll hopefully do the faith stuff, but we don't know. We want you to stay here so we can do that faith stuff with you and help you to grow. So yes, we need lots of adults to be doing the little stuff so that lots of young people are staying with us and growing in their faith and feeling connected and feeling loved because they are loved. They are God's beloved child, and we need to continue to show them that. Well, if it's called the little things, I probably should do a little thing. So there's 20 minutes. Had enough. No one's worked out where the movie quote comes from. Have they? No. Should I give you another quote from it? Shall I give you another quote from the movie? What do you think? I've got to wait for someone to comment. Do you need another quote from the movie? I can give you one. That was the hint I was going to give you. So, the quote is, I've got a bad feeling about this. You might hear people say it on the 4th of May. There you go. There's a clue for you. on the 4th of May, people may say, I've got a bad feeling about this. Cryptic clues. Don't you love cryptic clues? Got you confused. There's another quote from the movie and I can't remember what it is. I'll give you this clue. There you go. It's from a series of movies. And everyone in the series has. I've got a bad feeling about this. There you go. Someone hopefully from those wonderful clues will come up with what and pop it in the comment section. If you've got anything else you'd like us to talk, us. Hello me, hello you, how are you? If you've got anything else you'd like me to talk about, please pop it in the comment section, email me, phone me. Kylie. Yes, it is Star Wars. And of course, 4th of May is May the 4th, which is May the Force be with you day. There you go. So there's method to my cryptic clues after all. If you've got questions, pop them in the comment box, email me, text me, ask me in person, and we can talk about them in the future. Only got a couple more this year. What will we do? Find out what we'll talk about. Have a great week. Catch you around. And don't forget, this Sunday is combined service at Yeronga at 9 o'clock to celebrate David Fender's time with us. So, and don't forget you have to book. So there you go. Public announcement got done. Have a great week. We'll see you around.